Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life.
Pause up, pet pals. Welcome to Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life Show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Now let's clear the air. Shoo-wee! I'm betting many of you love your cat. But their litter boxes? Well, not so much. But to cats, this indoor bathroom is a huge deal. They need a clean bathroom. They need plenty of choices. We two-leggers can actually do our part to minimize some behavior issues that could crop up, and the cats are blaming you and the litter box. So we have a problem solver here on our show today. She is back by popular demand, and she is arguably one of the world's top cat experts. Yep, I let the cat out of the bag there, and I'm proud to say it. She is the founder of Cat Behavior Associates. She is a mega best-selling cat author. I'm talking about Pam Johnson Bennett. Well, welcome back to being on the Four-Legged Life Show, Pam.
Thank you. I appreciate this. And of course, we're talking about my favorite subject.
Me too. I'm into potty habits. We're going to dive into the litter box tactics. And folks, Pam Johnson Bennett is pretty amazing because she has written many books, and I want you to pay attention. One of them is called Cat Wise, and another one is called Cat versus Cat. You want to tee up our listeners a little bit about what they're all about?
Well, Cat versus Cat is for multi-cat households because, everything changes when you go from one cat to two or three or more. So that covers everything. If you're just thinking about getting a second cat to the fact that you've had cats for years and they haven't gotten along. Catwise answers the questions cat parents tend to have. Okay. And so it's a book that's become very popular at shelters for their hotlines, so that you can go directly to a section with a question and there's the in-depth answer.
I like that. And you said it kind of subtly and softly, but I want to pump it up a little bit. It's a resource at many animal shelters, mm-hmm. right?
Yes, because people will call and say, well, I don't know what to do. My cat is doing this. And they can go right to that section because it is based on a Q&A format, and it's 150 questions and answers that have puzzled cat parents. So it has become popular at cat shelters. I've gotten a lot of really positive feedback.
You're saving lives, Pam. You're saving lives. I'm not going to make you ask and answer all 150 questions because the show isn't that long.
My brain's too old for that now.
But years ago, people would just say, forget it. They toss the kitty outside or they bring the cat to a shelter. Please, oh, please, oh, please help us know that there are so many more positive, keep the kitty as part of the family solutions.
Well, the big thing is when a cat isn't using the litter box,
yes,
many people, they're not being mean. It's just they associate that as being a misbehavior. The cat is being bad. If the cat is being bad, therefore we must punish the cat.
Ow.
And so when you have that attitude, the problem's going to get worse. It damages the relationship you have with your cat. It sends the message to the cat that urination or defecation is bad. So I'm certainly not going to go to the litter box to do it. I'm going to go find a hidden place to do it. And then the cat tries to hold their urine as long as possible because they're terrified. So you have to stop looking at it as a misbehavior. And so it's either the first step is have your cat checked by the veterinarian, because surprisingly, more medical issues cause litter box problems than anything else. So you want to rule that out.
Well, what are some medical issues that could cause the bathroom habits?
Cystitis, lower urinary issues, diabetes, kidney issues. It could be arthritis. The cat can't get to the litter box anymore. It hurts. There could be, if we're talking about defecation, it could be inflammatory bowel disease, megacolon. There are so many things, and you want to rule that out first because you don't want your cat to suffer a moment longer.
No, not at all. I'm thinking you've got to act like a cat detective a little bit.
Well, the thing is, if the cat isn't using the litter box, something is wrong, either medically or there's something about the litter box setup that isn't working for the cat. Whether it's that the cat can't get there or it's too dirty, it's too small, it's too uncomfortable. They don't like the feel of the litter. You're asking too many cats to share one litter box. There's something about it that's not meeting the cat's needs. Maybe the cat in a multi-cat household can't get there because he's getting ambushed by other cats. Your job, like you said, is to be a detective, to figure out what is stopping the cat from using the litter box. And when you have that attitude, as opposed to being this punitive attitude of, oh, the cat's deliberately doing this, not only do you solve that problem, but you probably prevent a whole bunch of other further future problems.
So I'm seeing that you're a cat expert extraordinaire, but boy, you got to kind of paw carefully around us attitude humans. How do you tactfully tell someone to shift and realize it's not a spite action, but there's something clearly going on and the kitty's doing their best to communicate?
I think the biggest thing I have is my legitimacy in having been one of those cat parents.
Okay.
The reason I got into this business was because I was making all those mistakes, and there was no information out there for me decades and decades and decades ago.
Her name is not Methuselah. She's a really nice lady.
You know, Moses and I hung out together. You know, that's what my kids say. But there was no information out there. So your natural inclination is to think, well, I provided a litter box. How come you didn't use it? So that gives me that I think
Good.
that relatability.
So you can empathize with people.
I've been there. I thought that. I did it. And then common sense. You know, it is natural for a cat when you explain that to people. For survival, they want to go to an area where there's sandy soil, away from the nest, dig a hole, eliminate, cover it up so that they're not attracting predators. So when a cat then is eliminating outside of the litter box, it means it's stressing the cat out. And very often, as soon as you let loving cat parents know that this problem is as stressful for the cat as it is for you, they want to find the right solution. You know, nobody wants to be mad at their cat. Nobody adopts a cat to have issues. You adopt a cat because you want a relationship.
Right. So they can't write us a note. They can't text us. So they're showing their stress and their distress in the way they can, right?
Right. And they can give you clues, you know, where they eliminate. If the cat is eliminating close to the litter box, the cat might be saying, I'm trying to get there. It's just maybe too hard for me to get in, or it's too dirty, or it's too small. If the cat is eliminating in a certain area, like on your bed, very undesirable, but you know, maybe the cat is doing that because it's elevated so the cat feels safe in terms of looking and seeing if any enemies are coming. So there are always reasons why a cat chooses a particular spot, whether it's for safety or whether it's just, I can't hold it anymore, you know, and the litter box is not comfortable. You know, litter boxes that are down in basements, let's say the cat can't go down those stairs anymore. You know, the cat did it for 10 years.
And who's hiding under the stairway anyway? You know, perceived or real. I mean, seriously, some basements can be downright scary for us.
They can. And so you have to look at, is the litter box, did you set it up to be appealing for you? Because maybe it's covered because you don't want to look at it, and it's small because you don't really like a litter box in the house. But does that meet your cat's needs? And more often than not, it doesn't.
We're speaking with Pam Johnson Bennett. She is a renowned cat behavior expert. In fact, she even founded the cat division of the International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants. She's written a number of great books that are being used as resources at animal shelters and beyond. And we're going to dive more into the litter box after we take this break. So sit and purr. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life Show. I'm your host, Arden Moore. I love talking about pee and poop. I'm a pet first aid instructor. And by the way, and one of the things I teach all my students in our veterinary approved classes is how to be a poopologist. Pay attention to the poop, pay attention to the urine, size, smell, all that, duration. So with litter boxes, I mean, the poor cats, they have to go to the bathroom. They're indoors. pray tell, why should we not get lazy and think we can train our cats to use our toilets? Please tell me.
Oh, it's one of the worst things you can do, other than not supply a litter box at all. It is natural for a cat to dig, eliminate, and cover. That is what's natural. So you're taking that away from the cat. You're also asking a cat to straddle the toilet, which maybe when the cat is young and athletic, that's not so difficult. But cats develop arthritis, cats develop balance issues, pain, illness, age. So then it becomes hard. Then are you going to retrain the cat back to the litter box?
Right.
You have to always have the toilet lid open, which maybe if you have company over, they might close it. A cat might get startled. If the cat loses balance and falls in, all right, chances are the cat will be able to get out. But how stressful is that?
Oh my God.
And then the other thing is if your cat ever has to go to the veterinary hospital and stay overnight or get boarded, they're not going to give your cat a toilet.
No, so the head veterinarian saying, I'm giving up my bathroom for fluffy.
So the cat's going to have a litter box in the cage, struggle to use that again, and then come home and then not have a litter box, has to go back to using the toilet again. Stick to what is natural for a cat. Let cats be cats. Love them like family. Yes, love them. Be devoted to them. You made a commitment to do the best for their entire life. But let them be cats. And that includes that natural instinct to use a soft, sandy substrate for elimination.
And I have 4 cats, everybody. And there is a litter box math equation that Professor Pam Johnson Bennett's going to tell us in a second. It doesn't take me forever, and I clean the boxes every day, and I dump them in this. It's like a baby diaper disposal. I don't know if I'm supposed to name products, but I pop it in there. It holds the odor. There's no odor emitting, and then garbage day, it's all taken out, and we start all over. But what's the litter math? And for all of you that don't like math, this is the best math ever.
It is one more box than you have cats. That's the minimum it should be. But part 2 of that is not all in one room.
Okay.
They need to be scattered because cats form social groups and they have preferred areas. You may have 3 cats and there's one who tends to always hang out in the bedroom. And then there's one who loves to be in the sunny window at the living room, or, one hangs out, near the kitchen. So you want to have litter boxes where the cats tend to have their preferred areas so that they don't have to cross each other's turf in order to access the litter box, because that can be very stressful. Imagine if every time you had to go to the bathroom, you had to cross this hostile territory where you never knew if you were going to get ambushed or attacked.
Yeah, that's horrible. And what about some folks have basements, some folks have upstairs. Why is it important to have it on different levels?
You want to, even if you only have 1 cat, if you live in a multi-level home, you want to have litter boxes on each level, because I don't know about you. I know you're a young spring chicken, but I'm getting older and I do not want to, when I have to go in the middle of the night, do not want to have to go all the way downstairs. You want things to be convenient. And because things can also change for your cat, maybe going up and down those stairs becomes more difficult.
Yeah, like arthritis, like you pointed out before.
So make it easy. And the other thing is match the box to the size of the cat.
Oh, thank you. You were reading my mind. That was
not to where you want to put it.
Right.
I see in house calls these tiny little litter boxes because they wanted to put it in a certain location, which of course is way out of the way and hidden, and you'd need, GPS to find it. And they have a very big, well-nourished cat.
So it's like a sumo wrestler trying to be on a baby toilet.
So half the cat is in the box, half the cat isn't, So match to the size of the cat, and there's an equation there too. It should be 1.5 times the length of your cat from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail.
Oh, hang on just a second. Casey. For all you tuning in to the internet, this is a long, lean, purring machine. This is Pet Safety Cat Casey. Pam, he's pretty long.
You'd need, and the other thing is, if you can't find a litter box that's big enough, and there are a lot of boxes that are small, use a storage container, the plastic storage containers that you can find in all different sizes. And if the sides are too high, then you just cut out a low entrance on one end so that the cat can easily get in and out. Because you don't want to have a box that's so big and so high that our arthritic cat can't get in it, So make it easy for the cat, make it convenient, make it appealing inside, which is a soft, sandy, unscented litter, so that it's soft on the cat's paws, and keep it clean. Okay. And that doesn't mean just whenever you think about it.
Right, daily. Hey, we've got about a minute and a half left. So hood or no hood, and why stay away from scented litters? I get bummed when I see that out there.
Yeah, cats don't want to smell anything other than nothing or their own scent. Yeah. So, and when you think about a cat's nose, about 8 inches up from the ground, and how when they go in the litter box, the first thing they do is sniff around. They don't want to be assaulted with, roses and all these, floral scents that we do. And on top of litter, we usually use all these scented additives and all the other things we do. So don't do it. Don't do it. And the other thing is no covers. Okay. Because we want privacy. Cats need safety. When a cat is in the litter box, they're very vulnerable. So take those litter box covers off.
Oh, thank you. And I'm happy as someone who used to be pretty strong, not as much. What do you think about the lightweight litters that are out there that are unscented? Are they any good?
The lightweight litters, they're good. They make it easier, for you to carry, because litter boxes, the cartons of litter can be very heavy. It's about the cat's preference.
There you go.
What does your cat want to use? And sometimes you've got to set up a little, I call it a buffet, where you get two or three litter boxes, and don't bring your knife and fork to this buffet, but just set out different litters. You can use disposable boxes if you don't want to spend the money on extra boxes, and let your cat tell you what litter is best. But don't make an abrupt change. Don't just decide, okay, we're going to use a different litter tomorrow, because cats are creatures of habit. And when they go in the litter box, they expect that same texture on their paws that they had yesterday. So, but just make it appealing. Make the litter box about the cat and not about you.
Hey, great advice. We're speaking with Pam Johnson Bennett, and I want you to dash over, how do people find you?
You can go to my website, catbehaviораssociates.com. You can go to Facebook, Pam Johnson Bennett, and on Instagram, it's Think Like a Cat. And I'm very active on social media, very responsive. I love my followers.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life. Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content. Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life.